to own it. Just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here. Oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you. Now I must confess here. Oh, I must confess, dear.
I'm here with George at Sinister Boxing. Hi, George.
How's it going?
Okay, how'd you come up with the name Sinister Boxing?
So we wanted to come up with a name that was catchy and something that people would like.
A little bit scary?
A little bit scary, a little bit intimidating, but not so much that everybody couldn't enjoy the name. Now, we decided Sinister, it may sound like evil, right? But I promise you we have good intentions here.
And so you've been doing this for a long time. This place is new, but your experience is really, there's a lot. Tell our audience about that.
Yeah, so I've been involved in martial arts for 29 years. Started when I was 5 years old in Taekwondo, worked my way up through grappling, through wrestling, trained under amateur world champion kickboxer, trained under 8th degree coral belt for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. My brother was a semi-pro cage fighter, so that's what kind of got us into. Got into wrestling, went to a few state tournaments, and then decided that I was, all right, I really like this grappling stuff, and got into MMA team, started to become a cut man, started training fighters, worked my way up to assistant head coach. Then I was like, you know what, maybe I need to get a little bit more education about the human body, the human mind, so I got my kinesiology degree in physical education and adapted physical education. And then decided, you know what, martial arts is where I need to be applying my teaching credentials. And so that's where I started to get back into martial arts and opened up this place in January.
Wow, it's cool because you really love training. Like, it's everything you embody is training.
Absolutely. It's one of those things where you do something your whole life and you take a little break from it and you realize how much you miss it and how much you need to be a part of it, and how much you need to share it with others. Because what's the point of having all these passions and doing all these great things if you're keeping it to yourself, right? So with all of my knowledge, the goal here is to share that knowledge and really teach people proper martial arts. And whether it's your first time doing martial arts and you're nervous to come to a boxing gym, right, because it gets a little intimidating, just showing that it's for everybody, whether you're 13 years old or whether you're 62 years old, right? We have everybody that comes in here has a fun, great time learning in a fun, safe environment.
So what room are we in here now? I know it's like the first room.
So this is our warm-up staging area. This is where people come before, during, and after classes and get a little workout in, some specialty bags to work on their hand-eye coordination, shoulder endurance, timing, speed. And
how good are you at this? How fast do you go?
Let's see. Boom.
And I love you. The greatest thing about here is everything is brand new, because a lot of the gyms I've been to, things have had their day in the sun. And everything here is like just brand spanking new.
Yeah.
Nice
so
locker room.
We decided that if we wanted to optimize our mat space, we needed to have quite a bit of locker room. So we didn't want to have everybody keep all their bags and everything like that outside in the mat, so that way people are tripping over bags when they're trying to spar or anything like that. So we came up with this locker idea so people are able to come in, store all their stuff, keep it nice and safe during class, and just bring out their water bottles, phones, whatever they need for class.
Oh, and so this is the weight room. I love how everything's Sinister Boxing, Sinister Boxing. So these are, we go up to 60-pound weights?
Yeah, so we decided that if you're going to be a martial artist, maybe martial arts isn't your main focus. You want to get in good shape, you want to increase your muscle strength, muscle endurance, you want to get in here, get a good workout while also learning martial arts, we need to have some weights and some equipment in here. So for you guys, we have nice little rack area where you can do your bench, your squats, your deadlifts, dumbbells, all your different types of exercises. Body tools, maybe you're sore, you need to stretch out, foam roll, use the stretch bands. Maybe you want to write down a workout on the whiteboard so you can put your push-up records or anything like that when you come in here, have some bragging rights, and just have a complete overall fitness instead of just oh, I go to the gym every day and I just lift weights, or oh, I just come in here and I do boxing, or I do
That's a
martial
full
arts.
body. You have to always make your body.
Yeah, so there's 5 parts of physical fitness, right? Muscle strength, muscle endurance, cardiovascular, and then flexibility, body composition. So we try to focus on all that here, right? You don't want to be lacking in any one of those areas.
This is so, I love this, like a nice little private area, because so many people they're so self-conscious to go to the big gyms and lift and everyone. So this is a great component that you added.
Absolutely.
So people can come in, like they have their membership, they can come and lift a little bit. Is this your office?
We have our office area here, so somebody will...
Is it hands off? We can't go in there? Okay, we won't go in there.
You can go in there. We'll definitely let you. So if you ever have any questions, comments, concerns, you need to talk to us about anything that deals with memberships, maybe you need a little one-on-one help with motivation, anything like that, somebody's always in here to take care of you.
Can we buy guest passes and like gift cards? How does that work?
Yeah, so we do free first class. So you're able to come in, bring your friend, and then try out the class, experience the gym. You're welcome to stay for the full day, see how you like it, see if it's something that's for you, see if you like the way that we teach, the way that the gym operates, and most people sign up right then and there.
What's the range of memberships? You don't have to go into detail on the prices, but what is it range for?
So we have a couple different membership options. We have open gym membership. Maybe you just want to come in during open gym hours and just, hey, I want something that's a little bit cheaper, something that I can just come in, hit weights, hit bags on my lunch break. I'm not looking to do all these classes or anything like that, and have that type of membership option for you. Then we have our private sessions, so you can come in if you want one-on-one training, whether it's boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Judo. Then I'll personally work with you one-on-one, teach you all the techniques that you need to know, starting with the basics and then working up to more advanced techniques.
Do you get a lot of people that do that first so that they don't like dumb in the classes? A lot of people
Actually, quite a few. They get a little bit nervous. They're like, I don't want to show up in front of everybody and embarrass myself. But you got to remember, that's why we have our beginner classes. So our beginner classes, that's where everybody is on the same boat. You guys are all looking to improve, looking to learn, looking to get into better shape. Because a lot of the times, hey, I haven't worked out in, 5 years, and I'm looking to get back into it. And so we try to make it fun, engaging, try to show you all the techniques, so that way, whenever you get the feel of it, you're looking like an actual fighter. You're looking like somebody who actually knows how to box, right? And then we have our class memberships, and those fitness classes in the morning. So hit KO is what we call it. Those ones, you're able to work on your fitness as well as your martial arts skills. So it's a nice blend, 50-50 of martial arts, good technique, and you're getting that good physical fitness as well. And then we have our boxing and MMA membership.
I'm excited about going into this room.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go in there right now.
Hi, this is where everything happens, a magic room. Oh my gosh. Wow.
This is it. So 1,400 square feet of mat. We have different variety of bags here. Heavy bags, more your wrecking ball bags to work on your different types of punches,
That
kicks.
makes a great photo shoot wall too. I like that.
We just had some art done on the walls. Very happy about it. Looking to add some more. Really brighten and liven this place up.
So what's the starting price for memberships? You don't have to go in detail, but just like a range.
So starting price, we start at $25.
That is
depending
so,
on
for a month?
For a month
Wow.
for your basic membership. And then
That's cheaper than where I work. I'm not going to say that.
and then we work our way up to $125.
Wow. And that includes so much. Wow, because you have a unique gym, because some gyms focus on one type of boxing and some on another. So tell us why your gym is unique.
So our gym is unique because we try to have a three-headed approach. We try to focus more on fitness, nutrition, and the actual application of martial arts. And with the martial arts that we offer, a lot of the times it's people just, let's just get in here and punch each other, right? But there's so much that goes into it. So the martial arts that I focus on and transitioning them into MMA is boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Judo. So we try to combine all of those into one sport that is actually applicable to competition.
Wow. And then I know you have beginner classes and non-beginner classes. Do you have any classes where it's like just for kids, or classes that's just for like seniors? Do you do anything like that yet or not yet?
So right now we don't have that yet, since I'm the only instructor. It's
But
kind of hard to
eventually,
walk.
yeah.
So eventually we are looking to open that with our next phase. So this phase 2, we
Well,
just started our
you just opened up this year.
Yeah, we just opened up in January,
Wow.
and we already moved to phase 2, which is implementing our fitness and nutrition program. So now, in our next phase, we're going to be looking to add specific classes for kids, for fighters, and also just different styles. So you have your pure Muay Thai class, you have your pure Jiu-Jitsu class, you have your pure boxing class, instead of mixing some of these together.
And then some people just want a good word. They just want to lose weight. They want to look great. I'm like, oh, while I'm doing that, might as well learn some like self-defense skills.
Absolutely.
So are you going to gear kind of a little bit towards those people that are all about the weight loss and learning how to kick some butt?
Yeah, so what we do here is we try to make it for everybody. Now, whether you're 13 years old, whether you're 62 years old, we have something that's fun and exciting for you to do. Not everybody comes in here because they want to be a professional fighter, right?
Right.
Not everybody
Exactly.
comes in here because they're just looking to beat somebody up, right? They want a fun way to mix up their workout. It gets kind of boring just doing squats and sit-ups all day,
Yep, it
right?
does.
The gyms are always so crowded. You got to wait 30 minutes to use a bench press, right? So here, you get a fun way to mix up your workout. You get that conditioning. You get to learn some technique. And then you can take it as far as you want to take it, whether you want to stay in the beginning class and just have fun with it, whether you want to start working towards the advanced classes and maybe eventually to the fight team and competing.
Okay, so with sparring, are you having people spar together? Because one of the biggest things that freaks me out about this is like, my nose has been broken a couple times, it's fixed now, and we don't never want that to happen again.
No.
So I'm really hesitant to be on the opposite end of the sparring. So is it only they spar with you, or if someone's comfortable with, they get to wear the gloves? How does that work?
So we separate it. In the fitness classes, obviously no sparring, right? In the beginning classes, no sparring. That's where you're learning your technique, you're learning how to control your power, you're learning gym etiquettes, right? You're learning what it is to be a boxer and how to be a boxer. And then in the advanced class where you're looking for more competition, that's when they're going to start sparring with each other. But it's not a fight to kill gym. It's not one of those type of things. This one, we try to focus on high intensity, low impact. We want you to be able to have an environment where you're working on your skills, you're experimenting, and you're not hurting each other. If you break your toys, you got nothing to play with, right? So we want to take care of each other here. We're a family, and we all want to grow and get better together. You can't come 5 days a week if you're just doing hard sparring, trying to knock each other out, hurting each other. That doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help us. It doesn't help them. So we try to focus on technical sparring where people are touching each other, maybe about 50%, so they're not coming every day with a headache, leaving the gym bloody, all those type of things.
That's good.
Yeah, it's super important. You don't want to take all your damage in the gym. You're going to be getting beat up and you're going to be beating people enough in the ring, so you don't need to be beat up every day when you come to practice.
So what are you going to teach me today? Because I said I never really did a lot of kickboxing. I did some Muay Thai and some regular boxing because I've always, every time I tried to do kickboxing, it was always hurting my ankles. Probably wasn't doing right, probably wasn't taught right, and you know you have to work your way up to that. So what's your advice on that? You just have to work your way up to it, right?
So definitely work your way up to it, your conditioning, but then also your technique. If you're hitting with the wrong parts of your body, if you're not able to turn your knees or angles. Yeah, so it tends to happen. A lot of the times people get focused on, I just want to hit hard, I just want to hit hard. But we go in phases. So you learn your technique, then you learn your speed, and then the power follows.
Okay, so how do we hit the bag? What are you going to teach me here?
So let's just teach you a round kick. Kind of one of the more difficult kicks. So if
we're starting off hard.
If we think about, well, we try it all here.
Okay, we'll do it.
Now, if I want to kick this bag, main thing is my position. I want to make sure I'm not too far, I'm not too close to my bag, right? I need to have good range. Now, I need to make sure that I turn my hips over and I make sure that I'm hitting with my big bones. You always want to hit with your shins when you're doing a kick.
And that's what's hurt on me when I've done this.
If you're hitting with your shoelaces or your toes, those are small bones. Small bones break, right?
Right.
So we never want to hit big bones against small bones. You kick somebody's elbow with your shoelace, bad things happen, right? So we want to hit with the biggest part of our leg, which is our shins right here. So as I'm turning over, I need to have a balancing step, right? So I need to make sure that I can hold a position for 5 seconds before I throw a kick. I need to turn my hips. So 2 ways to do this. I can turn my toe out to the side, bring my knee up, which is what we call a chamber. Let me reset. Boom. Turn my toe, knee up, and point my knee towards my target. If my knee isn't facing my target, I'm not going to hit my target. This is how we aim our kicks. If my knee's pointing straight up, I'm going to kick straight up. If my knee's pointing straight down, I'm going to kick straight down. So you need to know where your target is and where you're hitting. So we're just going to come right across, right in the middle. I turn my toe, chamber my knee, turn, extend, and reset back into my stance. So a faster kick will be here and right back into our stance, hands high, to make sure that we're right back on defense. A lot of the times, people like to drop their hands on kicks, which is a bad thing. If you miss a kick or if they step into your boxing range, you're going to be putting yourself at a disadvantage because your hands are down and you're just going to get hit. So we try to keep our hands up, throw our kick, and reset right back. So you want to give it a shot?
Oh my goodness.
Let's go step by step.
Okay, so where is my foot placement supposed to be?
So you probably want to be a little bit closer to the bag here.
Closer back. And then my toes, are they pointing in the right direction?
So your lead toe, you want to turn to the side.
Here. And then this
is what allows you to turn your hips. Wherever your toes are pointing, that's where your hips are pointing.
Okay.
If we have our toe straight and you try to kick around your toe, you can only go this far, right?
Right.
But if we turn our toe, now we can kick all the way around and through the bag or the opponent.
Okay.
So now from here, we bring
so now
that knee
I'm
straight
supposed to hold
up.
it up from 5 seconds, right?
Yep.
Here's 5 seconds. So at what point? So if I'm
That's
after this,
that's just to find your balance.
Am I supposed to be this close to the bag when
You
I
might
do that?
be a little bit.
A little bit
too
close.
right
I feel like I
about
was. So now I want to go up 5 seconds.
Yep. So try to bring your knee straight up.
Oh, straight up.
Right in front. Now you want to turn your knee towards your target.
Okay. So when do I kick?
Kick as soon as that knee is pointing towards your bag.
So is my leg right or it's not right at all?
It needs to turn a little bit more towards me.
So a little bit more towards you, but it's supposed to be up that with that much of an angle?
Yeah. So you're here, and then you turn your knee sideways.
Okay,
Boom.
so I'm here, and I turn my knee sideways.
A little bit more if you can.
That.
Like I said, this one is a little bit of the trickier kick.
So is it like that? But I needed to go with the thing there. Okay, so
So
what
now
point? Okay.
let's try having one foot on each side of the bag here.
Okay.
So you want that bag right in the middle of your stance. So left foot a little bit more this way.
So now we're doing completely different.
So I want you right here.
Okay, right here.
Left foot on this
So I'm
side,
just exactly-
right foot on this side.
Right here?
There we go.
Okay.
So now we're going to turn that
Oh,
left
this feels
toe,
better. Okay. So left toe's going to go.
left toe towards me. Now you're going to bring that knee straight up,
Oh,
turn it to the side,
This feels better.
and
But I am
then
supposed to be this close.
a little
It's
bit,
really
little bit
close.
back.
Oh my goodness. I'm like,
There we go.
Okay.
That looks like a better range.
Oh, okay.
So now knee comes straight up,
So
turn
straight
that
up to,
knee
like,
towards
right
your target.
Is it up high enough?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, now I'm all confused about the target.
And then now we're going to extend that leg.
Like that.
Better.
I'm all afraid I do anything wrong. Okay.
So-
I need to go up a little bit more.
So turn that knee straight up, turn it to the side, and extend that kick. Whoosh.
Like that.
Better.
Whoosh.
And then maybe we can shift a little bit to the right. So we
This
take
leg?
a little half step to the right. To the right.
Okay.
That side.
That side?
There
That
you go.
my other right?
Yeah. The other right.
Okay, got it. Okay, so now I'm going to go up again like this.
Yep. Turn your knee and extend. Boom.
Boom.
And then
Wow.
then very good. All right.
Okay. So
now-
at what point do I go a little bit harder?
And when you feel ready. Are you ready?
This is where I get the shin. I'm going to get the shin bruises. That will I
So-
climb. It's what?
So remember, you don't have to worry about hitting hard. Maybe try to focus a little bit more on hitting smooth.
Okay, so I'm up now. This is the way I'm supposed to be.
And then we're going to turn that left toe a little bit.
Oh, so the left toe,
So the way I teach it is toe,
toe.
knee, aim, and then extend.
Okay, toe, knee, aim, then extend.
Yeah.
Was that better?
That was better. That was a lot
Okay,
better.
I felt better. Okay, now I get it. I love this.
All right.
Okay, so in less than 5 minutes, you just got me to do more of a. So
right.
now, at what point? So what am I doing now? What's the next step? Let's do it. Now I'm ready to kick butt.
All right. So now we can start putting stuff on pads if you want.
Okay. But in a real situation, if I'm doing all that, I mean, in a fight situation, I'm gonna like a guy's attacked, I'm gonna kick him. Isn't that a little too high? So how do I go lower if I'm gonna kick someone?
So
Or we're never aiming to kick a guy there.
Oh.
Yeah,
no,
like an
I couldn't
attack
that.
situation.
Oh, okay. So like in an attack situation, obviously you want to try to get away from that situation as much as possible, right? Now, a good one would be a push kick or what we call a teep. So this one, you would be right in front of your target, hips facing your opponent. You would bring your knees straight up to your chest, toes come up, and then you would push straight into your opponent. Everybody's seen the movie 300, right? This is Sparta. So this is that Sparta kick. So we bring our knees straight up, point towards our target, and kick our opponent.
No, and that
We
actually
push them
seemed
straight
easier than
through.
the last one.
This one is a little bit easier
Oh,
to kick.
got
So,
it. Okay.
Now, depending on where you want to hit on your target, depends on your knee placement. If I bring my knee just a little bit, we're going to hit low, right? Which is kind of like what you're talking about. So if I want to hit right there in the sensitive spot, I would bring it up to the sensitive spot, push, and then now I can run away.
Okay.
So if you want to hit higher on your opponent, you would bring your knee higher.
Okay.
And just like with any of our strikes, we never want to hold that pose, right? We don't want to pose after.
Okay. So
Like a Marvel superhero, right? We don't want to do those super poses. What happens is that turns our punches or our kicks into pushes, and we actually want to turn them into strikes.
Okay.
So we want to get that foot right back home faster than we send it out. So if I really wanted to put some power into it, I would snap that kick and bring it back nice and quick.
where am I putting the weight in the kick? Am I putting it in the heel or the ball of my feet?
So you want to hit right on the balls of your feet here. So right under those toes.
Okay. So right under
And
the
you want to push directly into that bag and right back.
So you never want to use your heel for power?
If you try to use your heel, what happens is it pushes us back. We
So
end
it's-
up getting on our other heel.
Okay. Got it.
So for more balance, we want to hit
That makes sense.
nice and strong with the front.
Okay. So nice and strong. I would hit high. I would hit obviously more,
Yeah.
but like with more oomph.
Absolutely.
But like you said, we're not trying to break anything today.
Yeah, don't break anything today.
So you tell people to kind of go soft initially?
Yeah, so
before they get the
you
technique?
always want to learn technique first. Now, if you don't know how to swim, can I throw you in the ocean? Probably not, right?
Oh gosh, that's what my family would do.
So we want to make sure that you learn first, and then we pick it up from there. So always technique, speed, then power. So let's just start off with the basic combo. Since you already have some boxing experience, let's just see a jab, cross, hook. One of our most common 3-punch combos.
So
Ready?
jab.
So jab, we want to turn that
Cross.
hand all the way over.
Let
and
me hide my face first. Okay, so we're gonna go jab.
So jab with the left. So whichever foot's in front, that's your lead hand, that's your jab hand.
So jab,
Turn that hand all the way over.
all the way over.
So like flat, palm down.
Okay, so
There you go.
So we're gonna jab.
Yep. And then your cross.
Cross.
Turn those hands all the way over. Nice and
over.
flat. You want those palms facing down.
Okay.
So
So jab.
jab,
Cross.
and then our hook.
And hook.
And then our hook, we want our elbow right here, nice 90-degree bend, right there and shoulder level. So now if you push into that pad, you can hit nice and strong. Boom.
Boom.
There you
Okay.
go. So,
Okay,
ready?
so where are we starting with now? Let's do this.
So let's see the jab, cross, hook.
Okay. So we're gonna go jab.
Turn the hand over.
So jab like this. Jab
Like that.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
Jab.
Jab, the cross,
Cross.
and then the hook.
Hook. So the only time you don't want this to be out is for the jab, but not the hooks.
What do you
This
mean?
is hooking, jabbing, right? The
So,
hand
yep,
placement, right?
jab,
Jab.
palm straight down, cross, palm straight
straight
down.
down.
Hooks,
So hook.
you can go thumb
So
up,
hooks,
or
thumb
you
up,
can
yeah.
go palm down.
There we
Different
go.
styles. And then,
Oh.
and then our uppercuts, we change those levels, little level change, and then slide
But the
that
biggest thing
elbow
is
across
always
those
to be
ribs.
covering, so no one
Yeah.
hits you.
So you want one hand home, one hand away. Boom.
So where do you want this placement? When do you want it to be above you?
Above you,
To be like,
just right here.
just right there.
So
I saw you go like this.
we have different guard styles. So we have our regular guard, mid guard, high guard.
So in what class do you guys teach this part?
So this one is we focus in the beginning boxing and the advanced boxing. So in the advanced boxing, we go over multiple different styles of boxing. You have peekaboo style, Philly shell, long guard. You have your high movement, Cuban style, Mexican style. There's a lot of different variations of boxing.
Okay.
So that's why we try to focus that in just one class. And we let everybody experiment because you never know what your style is until you try it out, right? But then if you're in competition or somebody comes in and you're sparring somebody, they might have a style you're not familiar with. So you have to be aware of the strengths and the weaknesses of each style so you can either use it or you know how to defend against it or to exploit its weaknesses.
Okay. All right. So what are we doing now?
From here, we're going to go.
So is our
Let's try.
leg placement okay?
Leg
What's that? What would
placement
you
looks
like?
good.
Okay.
A little good bend of the knees.
Bend of the knees.
Guards are high. Nice.
Guards are high.
So now, let's see a jab cross.
Jab. Cross.
Jab.
Oh, that we're doing no hooks?
so
no more
now-
hooks? Damn.
We'll get back to the
I'm
hook
off the
right
hook.
now.
Okay.
We'll get back to the
We'll
hook.
go back to the hook.
So we go
Okay,
jab,
so just jab.
cross, jab, and then let's do an uppercut. Whoosh. So a little bend of those knees.
Yeah.
And use those legs, because we
Got
want to
it.
use our legs and our punches as well. A lot of people think boxing
And
is
the
just
hip,
upper
right? Or
body.
no?
Yep. So we use those hips by rotating our heels. Slight rotations. So right hand, rotate that right heel. Left foot, rotate that left heel.
Okay.
So let's see, jab, cross,
Jab.
jab, and then that uppercut
With
with the right hand.
Sorry.
There you go. So a little bend,
So, okay.
and then extend those legs as you slide
And
that
the
elbow.
uppercut. Okay.
Yep. So ready? Jab, cross, jab, and an uppercut. Boom. There we go.
So
Not too
there you
bad.
want that little like bend. Okay.
There you got it. So let's see that jab, cross, jab, uppercut.
Okay.
Good. Let's go 2 more. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Nice work. Good job. And pop, 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 pop. Very good. All right. Have you ever punched to the body before?
Uh-oh. Dun,
Uh-oh.
dun, dun.
So now I didn't wear this just for looks. I wore it so you can punch me, right? So
So is this I get to incorporate the legs in this one?
you do.
Oh, okay. Fun times. Okay.
So now let's talk about how we attack to the body. So
How do we attack to the
when
body?
we attack to the body, we have to change our level. I never want to throw my punches like this, right? Does that look like a good punch? Probably not, right? I'm like reaching down. So I just got to squat. I got to change my level. So I hold my hand out, change my level to where I'm about that body position.
So you want this hand out.
Yep. So now.
So is that all?
Yep.
Is that what you
So
want?
now you want to bend those knees until you're right under that, right there.
The T. Okay.
So now you're going to throw your punch from there. So
So
now
where am
let's
I
see
hitting
that
you at?
right there.
Okay, so now I'm going to switch it, the
Yep.
hand placement,
So
right?
now let's throw a jab cross right here. Boom, boom. Good. Let's see. Guards up.
Guards up.
Let's see that jab and then that cross. Yeah. There you go. Good.
Just boom, boom. Just
Yep.
one,
Boom,
one and
boom.
done?
You got it.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
All right. So now let's make it a little trickier. Now you're going to go jab cross high,
So
jab cross to the head,
cross.
and then you're going to change your levels and go jab cross to the body. Boom, boom.
Okay.
You got it.
So high and low. Okay.
High, low. You
Okay.
got it. We got multiple levels that we need to attack our opponent, right? Good. Boom, 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 boom. Very nice. Good. Let's go. 2 more. Last one. Boom, boom. Nice. So now from here, you remember that push kick that we did?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're going to put that push kick straight up here. So
Oh,
you're
the
gonna-
first one, not the
The
roundhouse.
second one.
Yeah, okay.
So you're
I'll
going
do
to bring that
in a
knee
second.
straight up
So,
and attack right to the body. Boom. There you
okay.
go.
So now I can put some pressure in it?
Yeah.
And you won't fall back?
Oh, I won't fall back.
Okay.
I'll try not to. Boom.
Okay,
There we
fun.
go.
Okay, and,
So-
and then now I actually felt like the ball at my feet.
Yeah.
Because it's good to do against you and not the bag.
Yeah, because you get that
So
realistic. You get a realistic
Got
target,
it.
and
I
you
like
get
that.
realistic resistance. So you
Fun,
actually
okay.
start to feel that technique. So ready? Let's see jab cross high, jab cross low,
Okay.
and then that push kick to the body. Whoosh, whoosh. Oh,
Am I going up and down? Or the
right?
high and low?
You got it. You
Wait,
got
was
it.
it
Right?
not?
Whoosh, 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 and then that push kick. Nice.
Right.
Really
I
good.
thought that's what you wanted. Did I do it wrong?
No,
Okay.
you did good. You did good.
Uh-huh.
Whoosh, whoosh, boom, boom. And then that push kick. Nice. You even knocked me back a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. And then that push kick. Nice. Let's go 2 more. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. There you go. Good. 1 more time. Whoosh, bop, bop, bang. Nice. Good job. You learned a lot real
we
quick.
did a lot really quick. So this is the kind of stuff you train the newbies.
Absolutely. So we always start with our feet, work our way up to our punches, and then we start getting into the more advanced stuff once they progress to the next level.
Okay, so tell us the class times again. So what do we do early morning?
So early mornings, we have our HIT KO fitness. So that one, you're working on your fitness as well as your martial arts. You're getting that really good conditioning. That's where if you really want to lose that weight, if you want to get into great shape, you're going to be coming in 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
Awesome, 3 classes. Boom, boom,
Yep.
boom.
And then from 9 o'clock, we open up to our open gym. So that's where you can do one-on-one private sessions with me.
Go in
You
the
can-
little room with the weights.
You can go in the room, use the weights. You can come in here, hit the bags, use the specialty bags in the front, or you can just come and hang out and talk to us. We always like when people come in and chat it up. So After that, we move from 5 o'clock, so 5:15, we start the beginning MMA, where we're going over that boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Judo. Then we move into our beginning boxing, 6:30 to 7:30 at night. And then that's where you're learning these type of basic things here, hitting pads with each other, getting a little warm-up in, little conditioning, but mainly focusing on improving those skills. Then we move to our advanced boxing, 7:40 to 9 o'clock, a little bit of a longer class because you're doing a lot more sparring. You're starting to apply all of these techniques in a way that's getting you ready for competition, or you just want to take your game to the next level. And then from 9 to 10, we have our advanced MMA, where you're starting to apply more of your grappling sparring. So you're trying to submit each other. You've learned a lot of the techniques, and then now you're learning how to apply it with your ground and pound, your punches, and really start putting all of these skills all together.
So what days are you guys closed?
So we're closed on weekends. So we're
Okay.
closed Saturday, Sunday, but we're here Monday through Friday.
And you seem like you're working 12 hours a day, like around the clock, like 13, 14 hours.
Oh yeah, but if you do what you love, it's not really working, is it?
Right?
And this is something I would be doing on my day off anyway. So I used to go around all throughout Fresno, do private sessions, go to people's houses, work at other gyms. So it's something that I truly love to do, and that's why we decided to open this gym.
What does somebody need to start? Everyone need to buy their own gloves or wraps? What do we need to buy if we're going to get serious and do the whole 9 yards?
So if you're going to get serious, the whole 9 yards, we try to provide as much as possible. So you do get a free pair of gloves with enrollment. So all you
Are
would
you
need
serious?
to do, absolutely. So all you need to do is just bring
I've never
workout
heard of
clothes
such a
and maybe a water bottle.
Oh my gosh, you guys are great. I love this. You guys have everything. So I'm so glad I met you guys.
Well, we're very glad to meet you and had a fun time today.
Thank you for coming on my show today.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so you're a co-owner, and I love your story because you were once trained by George, and then you guys became business partners. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I wanted to lose weight, but I was sick of the gym. So
I hear that all the time.
yeah, we hear it all the time too here. So I started kickboxing, and I fell in love with it, and the weight loss aspect was just a bonus. So I started doing that for a few years, and then I met George, and then he ended up leaving, and I wanted more training when I wasn't at the gym. So he did private sessions for a long time, and he was so good that I thought he needed his own space. So I had some money, we started this gym and wanted to do something different because all the other gyms are kind of the same cutthroat, and we wanted more of a progressive, family-friendly, like that one-on-one, but in a group setting. And so we started this gym, and
I love that. I love that whole story because you guys are like different than other people, and you guys offer really affordable prices. So I'm definitely going to tell everyone to come on over here. What have you noticed in other gyms that people were complaining about, other gyms like this, other boxing gyms or kickboxing gyms?
Well, big ones, they're just a number. So if you're not in, like, you're a badass fighter, or part of their clique, you're just a number who just pays the bills. And we don't do that here. We, each person, even though it's a class setting, our coach is focusing on the fundamentals. We want to make sure that you're getting better and not just punching a bag for a month, then go back and go,
Right.
what do I do now?
That you really
And
learn
punch
something.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a bunch of people from other gyms, and they're good at what they do. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but we have a philosophy here where you could come in here, learn what you need to learn, and not go home with a massive headache. You're not getting beat up. You're actually learning.
And for anybody out there looking to get into martial arts, improve fitness, maybe looking to learn nutrition as well, we're definitely here for you. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. All memberships are unlimited classes, so you're able to come in as much as possible. We give you all the flexibility that you need to come in here and reach your goals. Don't be intimidated, don't be nervous. It's a fun, exciting way to get into great shape and to learn a new skill.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
This is really fun. I mean, this stood out to me because I was passing by, I saw you with these things, and I'm like, you know, I like everything that sparkles. So tell me about these, why they're so different than the average tumbler.
The average tumbler. So there are so many times people walk by these and think they are the average tumbler, but they're not. They are actually Bluetooth speakers at the bottom of the tumbler. So they literally screw onto the bottom of the tumbler once connected to your phone via Bluetooth. These things turn into speakers on the bottom of your cups. So they are IPX6 waterproof, so if you happen to be jamming out to your music in the water and it gets splashed,
my gosh, and you could put it in that little cup thingy that you have on the floaty.
Yes, exactly. If it gets water on it, it's not going to damage the speaker at all.
Wow.
It's made for that. So if you're by the pool, if you're in the water and it gets splashed, it's not going to damage the speaker at all.
As a Bluetooth too, you can have on your when you're at the gym as well too. You can like hook it to your headphones, right?
So you can't hook these to your headphones. Whatever's going to be playing is going to be through this speaker. So, but it does have a microphone on it. So
No
if
way.
somebody calls you, that phone call will come in through the speaker. You can pick up from here. They can hear you.
So you can have your phone all the way where it's not going to get damaged, and then not in the water. I love that.
Right, everything's right here. Yeah. They're a ton of fun. It can be used independently too. You do not need the tumbler for the speaker to work. If you just happen to want a Bluetooth speaker, just toss this in your bag and you're ready to go.
No way. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so it's a 3-in-1. You know, it's a speaker, it's a tumbler, and then it's a musical tumbler.
Oh my! And I love these. I love the size of these.
Yes. So these are 18 ounces.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect size. It keeps your beverage hot or cooled 6 to 8 hours.
Hot as well.
Mm-hmm. Hot as well. They also come with this leak-proof lid. So if this thing is closed and it gets knocked over, it is not going to leak. You can literally tip it upside down and this thing is not going to leak.
Wow, you could put your coffee in there too. I never,
Yes.
oh my gosh, I was just thinking of like the summer beverage. And this is, so I'm probably the dork that actually thought this is real when I passed by.
So many people think that is real.
Yes, because we got the ice, the cherry,
Yes.
this is so cute. And
They're
then, so
so
what,
fun.
this lights up? Tell me how that works.
So yes, so once it's lit up, you just turn it on. There's 3 buttons on the speaker.
Hello.
So it turns
Bluetooth
on,
mode.
and once it's
Cup out
on,
pairing.
it has this glow around the cup.
So you take it to rave.
Yeah, exactly. You could take it anywhere. You could walk around the neighborhood with just the glow around
So
your
is
cup.
the glow connected to the Bluetooth or the
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's connected to the, and because of that microphone, the lights actually dance to the music. So it's going to
no
the
way.
music.
Because I was going to say they never let us take drinks and raves, unfortunately. Yeah. So we'd have to take it just listen.
Yeah, it's just as that.
Okay, so what's the like range in these?
So the prices range from $32.99 to a completely plain one that I haven't touched, that I haven't created myself. You know, so they come completely plain white with just a different color speaker.
So you're the one that makes all the designs.
I'm the one that makes all the designs.
Are you the one that thought about this?
Yes. Yes.
You are so brilliant, girl.
I love that. That is so fun. That's a summer cup. That's a take me to the beach cup.
Yes.
For sure. Now, obviously, that one's not leak proof.
You can't close it because if you guys see, there's
Yeah.
like a little open. So this is just beach wear only, which is fine.
Yes. Yes. So it's so fun. It's perfect. You know, a lot of women prefer straws, you know, in the summer. So, I mean, it's really a total summer cup.
And then you said you can also do personalization.
Yes. So if you want your name on there, if you want a picture on there, if you want have a certain look that you're going for, send it to me. I'll put it on a cup.
Oh my! I want a picture of me drinking this on a cup. That'd be even more fun, right?
Just a collage.
And then you do like a lot of sports teams, so that's like a hot spot.
That seems to be a hot seller. The sports teams go like crazy. If there's a certain player, if there's a certain team that you're looking for, I can put that on a cup.
How fun would that be to take to a game? Because okay, honestly, I bet if you show the balance or whatever that there's nothing in there, you might get to take it in a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be really cool. And then you're like have your sports team, and you're like rooting and like,
Exactly right. Yes.
I absolutely love this. Oh my
They're
gosh.
so fun.
So do we have to come to you? Do you have a website? Where
We
can
do
do
have a
this? Okay.
website, yes. So it's CRU.net. That is our website. You can order from there, or we're at the farmers markets every Friday.
So this is purely local.
Yes. I started with my husband less than a year ago. So it was, we actually named the company after our 4 babies. And our last name is Cruz. So
You have 4 babies?
I have 4 babies.
Oh my gosh, I hate you even more now. Like,
I have 4 wonderful babies.
do they? Okay, so sippy cups, are those in the future?
I
mean,
have been eyeing it because my kids want one so bad, and it's so funny. It's kind of inspiring me to kind of look into that. I'm like, how would I do that without? Maybe I don't know. So I'm.
It seems like
hopeful.
it's easy because of the lids. It seems like
Yes.
you could do a lot of fun things with the lids. So.
Oh, totally. I have so many kids that come up to the booth and they want one in the worst way. It is so cute. They love them. They absolutely.
This is so cool. And then a lot of times, I was seeing people making tumblers. I had friends that were doing that too. It was like going around and around
Yes.
spinning, and that's
Yes.
really tedious. I
It is.
realize. So why are you different? How you said it comes plain? How do you make it sparkly?
So there's a whole process to it. I mean, depending on what you want. Sometimes they're colored, so you don't have to worry about that, but there's paint involved.
Yeah.
There's glitter involved. Glitter sparkles.
Yeah, and they're a pain in the butt.
Yes, they are.
And it gets everywhere.
And in the room that I work in is carpet, so you can imagine the fun I have in there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay, so basically it comes plain white. So then the top part's off. So then you're like glittering, you're filling in the blanks, you're
Yeah.
making your designs. So
Yeah,
you like have a
absolutely.
stencil or something?
So yes, so I have a Cricut, and a Cricut works really well to cut out that vinyl, and then I can just transfer it from the roll.
What is that? I'm sorry, I lack any artistic bone.
It just basically carves out whatever design you want
Okay.
and turns it into a really strong sticker, if you
Okay.
will. Yeah. And so I just put it on here. I figure out there's so many different techniques you can use, like to get this type of texture, to do like this. There's so many different ways to do it, and I'm still learning it. I'm loving it. It's just so many
love
people
that.
come up to me with different ideas. They're like, "Can you do this?" And the answer is yes.
And is it fun to
just
figure
takes a
out?
minute.
Because they
Yeah.
bring something your idea that you
Well-
never thought about, and you're like, okay.
It's a little stressful at times. There are some times where some designs just have. It took me a little bit, but it is fun. Once you get it, it's fun. It starts. You start getting better at it. You know, like at anything.
And I love this. Someone gave me, and I feel bad. It was a really big, it was a really nice, but it was like twice the size with my name on it. And I don't think it fits in the cup. I want something that doesn't fit in the cup holder. I can't do anything with that. That's where things are get too big for me, and I
Yes.
can't mess with that. If you can't put it in the gym cup holder, if I can't put it in my car cup holder, we're done. I mean,
Yes.
like, so
This will fit in a standard size cup holder.
where'd you come up with like this was going to be the size?
Well, I didn't design the cup itself. I found a supplier for that, and I knew that people loved their tumblers and they love their music. And so I had to jump on that bandwagon really quick.
So you thought of I could do it both, and I just need to buy this and make it into like a cup. So you kind of like buy the Bluetooth, but then you make.
Yeah, so our supplier does that. So they do that,
Perfect.
yes. And then they send it to us, and we design them. We just put the color and the fun on them.
Have you seen this like anywhere else? Have you been traveling and stuff?
So I have seen them. They're starting to pop up not everywhere, but every so often I'll see it, you know, and it's starting to become more and more. It's been in the market less than a year. So it's very, very new product. I mean, they make great gifts. I mean,
That's the biggest
brand new.
thing.
Yeah.
Because you can only have so many, but then it's like this, to me, this is when I saw that, I wanted to buy it for like everybody. I was kind of like, this is like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I've done for local businesses, like for Christmas gifts for their employees, dance teams. I mean, it's perfect. They could take this cup anywhere and have their dance practice.
Yeah, you're representing that's great for companies.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
so great.
even beverage companies, especially.
Yes. I mean, anything, honestly, it's amazing to me what you can put on a cup. Anything. I mean, everybody always needs their coffee. Everybody always needs their drink, right?
So how easy are these to wash?
Very easy. Just remove, obviously.
Are they
remove the
dishwasher
sticker.
safe?
If they have the designs and the epoxy on these, then no, we're not going to put
So
those in the
which ones
dishwasher.
would be dishwasher safe? Any of these?
None of these would be dishwasher safe. So they would come in.
So what happens? It starts wearing away?
The epoxy would get cloudy. It just wouldn't be as pretty.
Okay.
You know, as shiny.
It wouldn't have the shine.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if someone had a picture of themselves inside of it, are
Yes.
those the ones that work on the dishwasher?
You wouldn't want to put one if there's a picture of anything
Okay.
on it.
So just the
because
colored
I
ones.
seal everything in with epoxy. So that's what gives it that nice smooth feel. So that epoxy we just want to keep. It's very durable, but you definitely don't want to put it.
So how do you wash? You just do hot water,
Hand
soapy
wash.
water?
Yeah. Hand wash them. They're super simple to wash.
And then like every day you just wash it and then
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
So when you put ice in it, it really lasts for like...
It does. So funny story, I was working the booth at Farmer's Market and it was a really, really hot day.
I was probably there with you.
Very hot day, you were. And I had my tumbler full of ice. Obviously, I thought it was the smart thing to do, to fill it with ice and then just, fill it up with water. Obviously, most of it was ice. It took forever for that ice to melt.
Because you were wanting in the
I
water
wanted
at
it
the one
to
point, and
melt
you're like,
so
oh my gosh.
bad. Yes, I could not get.
So you
those
guys
ice
got to
cubes
keep
melt.
that in mind. Ice
Yes.
half full of you.
Yeah, do not fill it if you're wanting a drink. Do not fill it full of ice. So, lesson learned.
So Friday nights, every farmer's market in Old Town Clovis. When else can we come to you?
Our phone number, you can call us.
Okay.
You can email us if you have a certain idea in mind, a customization. If you want to get your name on something, send us an email.
So
and
no
we'll get right back to you.
pop-ups.
Yeah. No, not yet. Not yet. I am a stay-at-home mom of 4, so I can't exactly get.
So what are the
out there.
ages?
2, 4, 6, and 8.
I love it. And do they ever help with the designs? I mean, I would imagine they're like sparkly. They want to do
They
that.
do. It is so cute. So I have my little table where I'm working, and my girls will sit underneath that table and just play with their dolls. I have a little drawer in my desk that they can play in. So they have all their little like pipe cleaners and kid-friendly stuff, obviously, and they just stay busy. They just have such a good time under there, and it's so cute. So they're kind of part of the process too.
And then you're always on your feet. You're always so that's why you would need to have these because you're always on the go.
Yes. I had a mom come up one time and she's like, I use it and it's perfect. She's like, I have my coffee, but she'll turn on like Coco Melon on her speaker, so her baby's happy. She's carrying the baby around. I mean, it's so perfect.
That's
You can
smart.
do-
Yeah, I never even thought about
It's
that. You have it
genius.
for them while you're
Exactly.
drinking.
And then I've also had somebody, a golf lover, right? He comes up and he's like, I take it to the golf course all the time. It's perfect for golfing, right? You have your drink and your music. So, I mean, people find amazing ways to use this cup. and
So the
it's
only thing
super
we need
versatile.
is the sippy cup next for the.
I know. I have so many kids, and I'm very inspired. I would love to have a kid cup. I'm thinking about it. Hopefully, we can come up with something. But for now, it's just for the adults.
Okay, and then you have an Instagram.
I have a Facebook. Facebook is mostly what we're on right now.
Okay, so what do we look you up on Facebook?
BC Crew, CRU.
And then I love it. So you said the 4 kids inspired it.
Yeah.
How is that with the name?
So, and it's funny because there's 4 of them. And so that's where the 4 came from. And Cruz is our last name. And so we just kind of like chopped off the Z and left it at 4 Crew. And that's our little crew.
That is so smart, girl. I love this. And we have to support our local businesses. That's, we always like support. And we need to get this in some of the local stores.
Absolutely. I would love that.
How many do you have made already?
Oh my goodness. I have been
Do you even know?
So, and that is funny because I will be at the Fresno Fair, so I'm trying to get my stock
September,
up. October.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be out there. But yeah, it's just, I'm kind of winging it right now, as making as many as I can.
Because you have a lot. When I see you at the farmer's market, you have usually like about
2 tables full. Yeah. Yeah, and I keep trying to keep stock of those and then also make some for the fair because I know I'm going to need a few for that.
And weird question, what's the warranty on this? Like, what's if your speaker kind of bonks out?
Obviously, if it bonks out, you just give us a call and let us know. We like to give like a 30-day warranty on those. So if it happens to go out within that 30, you just let us know and we'll replace it.
Oh my God, I love it. And then what's it? Christmas is coming up, and I know
So fast.
You need notice for like things. You're not the person I can call to have a personalized thing next week. We need to like. So what? Yeah, what would you like us to do if we want to do Christmas gifts?
If you want to do Christmas gifts, really just depending on how many.
Or like the company thing that you were talking about. You know, you say you give it out. So if we want a 20 order of the same, how soon should we get to you?
If you wanted 20, give me 3 weeks notice.
That's not bad.
No, I can really knock these out. It doesn't take me a long time. I think the only thing, I have the spinner, and there's only so many I can spin at one time. So that's the only thing that's
okay. So you have multiple spinners going on too to already. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I was thinking, it's fun. Bridal parties. Has anyone did bridal parties like Mother of the Bride, Maid of Honor?
Parties. I've been trying to get into the bridal party market. So I mean, I think these are absolutely perfect for bridal parties.
Right.
Yes. Get the bridal party, and you guys just go out and have a blast with these. They're so fun. Even if you don't want the music, I swear the light is half the fun. You know, it's on. It's different. You get looks because people have never seen it before. What is that?
On Facebook and the website, do you have your existing stock on you? Are you good at posting pictures? Like,
Yes.
I have this on stock, I have that on stock.
Yes. Yes. So I update every Friday. So the new ones that I make throughout the week, every Friday they come up on the website.
And then do you offer a discount if we do get, like, if we order 20 or?
Yes. Yes. So my bulk orders, I am willing to negotiate price a little bit. Because I want to take care of those orders. You know, that's a big order. So, absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Everyone needs to jump on this bandwagon, and we really need to, like, get this pumping, get the party started,
agree.
right?
Heck yeah. Turn that speaker on and get this party started.
Okay, thanks for coming on my show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
I love watching your Instagram. You're running, you're here, you're there. Tell us about that. How'd you get into running?
Well, so my grandfather was quite a good runner. He went to the Olympic tryouts and brought running here for cross country many years ago. Cool story there. And
Tell us that story. So wait, he brought it to Fresno, or?
He did, yeah. Many years ago when he came from Michigan, he brought it over and started his group running there in Woodward Park, and then it kind of caught on and the trend kept going. And it makes for an interesting story years later, of course.
Wow, because we didn't have long runs back then. Was that the deal? We just had like sprints and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. It's cross country was the sport that he brought, and he was an old timer. So running until he was 76, and I proudly take after him, and running marathons here in Fresno, the Two Cities Marathon.
And he's probably really healthy his whole life, running since. Super
healthy. Yeah, super healthy. He lived till he was 94 and still walking around, and he had a great life, and I'm honored to be following in some of his footsteps.
What are some of the misconceptions we have about running? Because everyone's always like, oh, my knees are going to conk out and this and that. How hard is it to be on your body to do these runs?
I think it takes a toll after a few years. And then conversely, I think it's also great physical therapy for joints and, especially the knees and the elbows and things like that.
So when people are saying it's a problem, it's not. They're making it up, or like it depends, or maybe they need to run more. Like, what are ways we can get around that?
Sure, I guess it's dependent on the injury or whatever's going on with their body, because if it's giving you too much pain, probably not a good idea to run. But for the most part, I feel it's good for the body to stay in motion. And always a philosophy of mine is, body in motion will stay in motion, and body at rest will stay in rest.
That's very true. So when did you get into it?
Well, good question. Just about my whole life. And as you might imagine, my grandfather was a huge influence. And, back in grade school, I was running. And, it was just good energy out there. Everybody's cheering you on, positive vibes and all that.
And so you took it all the way, like junior high, high school. Like, how competitive did you get in it in cross country?
Mostly just for fun. And then it wasn't until after college, I went to Fresno City and ran for track. And then afterwards, it's just, that fire just got ignited, and I thought, like, I can do a marathon. There's nothing really stopping me. And so put in the work and, got the first marathon done here in Fresno. And so happy about it.
Did you do sports all through, like, growing up and stuff?
Yeah, so I did MMA a lot, and
wow.
Yeah, ice hockey. Some of the guys I work with at the law office, we used to play ice hockey, growing up, and we have all that in common, and it's a good camaraderie there.
And so you run to 2 cities. When's that marathon?
Well, the 2 cities this year is going to be November the 7th, and I'm doing the half marathon this year, and should be a lot of supporters out there, and I appreciate all of it, and all the volunteers out there passing out water, just making a difference, I feel.
Have you traveled to do marathons?
Well, so the farthest I've traveled was from Elk Grove, where I live now, to Fresno, so not really 2 hours,
Is it something you kind of want to get into, maybe, like doing more and more?
It is, most definitely. There's a lot of marathons out there, and it's a lot of fun. Keeps folks healthy, and generally they're for a good cause. There's fundraisers for, like, supporting fighting against cancer, for example, or youth sports, which is a really awesome thing, I feel.
And then do you win? Is there like a prize at the end of all of this, or?
There is, yeah, for the top runner, and usually it changes per event, and then the highest event is the Boston Marathon, where you got to qualify to make that, and put up some really good times to get into that, and there's money. I think maybe $1,000 might be the top payout.
Wow.
Yeah, so a little incentive, and a lot of fast guys out there.
Is it like that
gals,
locally? Are there
gals.
any incentives locally for that? Any of the local marathons you've done?
Well, I think they do like where they pass out gear and like kind of promote their event and everything, and then there's teams that they have. So it's an option to like join a team or like just represent yourself, and more power to you representing yourself out there.
What's your fastest time?
My fastest time? Well, I've completed 1 marathon, full honesty, and it was just over 5 hours.
What's it usually? So like, what was the average?
The average time per mile, or just the
For a
average
person
overall?
running in marathons, what's the average time?
Okay, yeah, great question. I think the average might be around like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
I'm guessing, because the top is like 3 hours for qualifying for like the higher up events like Boston. And,
Oh, wow.
yeah, very ambitious runners out there, and a lot of power to them.
What do you do to prepare for them?
A whole lot of running.
And do you do one like because I run 10 miles a lot, like, but I never really exceed.
Nice.
I've never gone, I've never done a full marathon. I've done, little ones here and there. And so to do a full one, do you have to actually do a full one practice run? Is that what you do?
No, personally, I wouldn't recommend
Right.
running a full one to prepare for it.
Taxing, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's too taxing. It like makes perfect sense to me to like prepare that way. Only it's advised to take it a little lighter and slowly work up, increase the miles. And 10 miles is really great. Anybody doing 10 miles is in good shape.
I'm probably
for sure.
not at the speed of like a person that does it, that's supposed to be, you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, to do something of like a top level, it's just, 10 miles at your leisure. So, but
Yeah,
running and not, 10 miles at your leisure. So is that some of the spurts? So what's the longest you go when you're practicing yourself?
The the longest run that I go, good question. I did 17 miles is what I did
Nice.
training for the full marathon, and it's a nice run, thank you. And it's like so taxing on the body, as you can imagine, and just super thirsty and hungry at the end of it, but that's part of the deal.
So is it true that you, after a full marathon, you lose like a half an inch off your, and it takes a while to recover that? That's what I've heard. You lose like half an inch of height.
Yeah, it could be. You know, I measured myself and I was like, hey, I'm missing half an inch now, and so
That's a true
fact.
Oh my God, I thought about that, and then I was like, well, geez, I don't want to be any shorter. Should I run? But you gain that back, right? It says.
Yeah, over time.
You don't lose that. Right?
Yeah, well, through stretching. It's through the stretching and yoga. Comes back, thankfully.
So you're all about, with marathon running, it's all about the distance. It's not about the speed, right? Or a little bit about the speed as well.
In my opinion, a little bit about the speed as well.
Because you're not practicing through doing sprints, are you?
Typically, no, it's not a fast sprint, and maybe like bursts of sprinting to work up to increasing the speed slowly. And the high intensity training, and but normally no, it's just like even below the average speed that I would go for a marathon.
And then what are you supposed to eat before? You can't go on like an empty stomach, right? Don't you have to eat a little something to keep you going?
Definitely a little something, and it's certainly changed over the years. Now it's just like, you know, carb up, carb load, and have all your carbs for the race and electrolytes, and that's changed over time because, you know, in days long ago, they used to have like a whole pot roast or something before a long race, and as you can imagine, the guys are out there and they're feeling the pot roast.
So you might want to do that afterwards, your recovery, right?
I would think afterwards, you know, it's a lot more rewarding after the run, I imagine.
So now you live in Elk Grove. Tell us about your job now, your life out there now.
Sure, it's a great area. You know, we got a lot of rain out there in Elk Grove. It was flooded not too long ago, but beautiful being by the Capitol, and the law office is great. You know, McLaughlin-Dixon, LLP, and we're a plaintiff's office for personal injury, workers' comp, and elder abuse.
So what do you do at the law firm?
Well, I'm a paralegal at the law office and lead paralegal for workers' comp. And we have two partner attorneys, very brilliant guys, and they both specialize in their own ways. And you know, I'm really learning a lot with the guys, and I think that we help folks in a time of need.
And you went to City College, so where'd you end up? Was it City College and then that was the end, or did you go somewhere after City College?
No, so I went from City College to a Center for Advanced Legal Studies in Texas, and an online course for legal studies.
So that's where you ended up graduating from. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I graduated a few years ago, and then you know, my buddy Jordan Dixon, the partner attorney, started his own law office, and you know, the stars just kind of aligned, and you know, he said, "You can come be my paralegal," and I said, "Okay," and then here we are.
Wow. So I bet you've seen all kinds of things at the law office. Any crazy stories you could tell us?
A lot of cases come through, and you know, given the nature of the, you know, law office, you know, being personal injury, we've seen some like pretty nasty things, I'll say. But no, I've seen things with you know, a young gal got an injury from a golf ball on a golf course, and you know, there's protective things in place, and like it just happened that the golf ball ended up just hitting her and busting her in the shin, and then we had a whole case unfold after that, and still pending.
Wow.
Yeah, and never a dull day at the law office, I say.
So then do you run afterwards, or do you run before you go to work?
It's just a balance. Sometimes before, in between, after, and you know, it's like any industry. I feel it has its ups and downs, and stressful moments, and you know, really rewarding moments too.
And do you ever run with other people, or is it just by yourself when you practice?
Normally just myself, and there's Fleet Feet, and they always have a great running team of folks, and you know, it's a good support group to run with, and yeah, it's better to run, I think, because you know, when you have a support group, you have somebody cheering you on, and it helps to have somebody in your corner for sure.
So you guys ever going to start one with the law office where you guys kind of like run against something else, or?
I think that'd be great. We can set that up for Shamrock in next year for the Sacramento run, and just represent the law office. We get some T-shirts printed and McLaughlin Dixon. Because
they do that. They have like a lot of teams like that, right? In a lot of these events, they have sometimes where people run as a team.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. It's very common that they have teams set up, and it creates a little friendly competition, which I think pushes everything forward. It's healthy, and and some recognition, and some giving props where they're due, I'll say.
So tell our viewers where they can follow you on Instagram, and then if they want to DM you and ask you for like running tips, will you give it?
Feel free to ask me about anything you like, especially running wise. Always talking about running, and feel free to message me. It's at Justin9Pi, P-I, and it's nice to have followers, and I'll be happy to follow you back. And you guys are doing awesome with your Sparkle channel, and I appreciate you having me here. It's really awesome.
And some of the misconceptions that I worry about, like with people with running, is I think a lot of people are just really intimidated. They're daunted. They think they can't do it. So what do you tell people like that? Like when people are like, "Oh, I just can't do it. I'm not in shape enough." How should they prepare?
I think the best mentality is just to be patient with yourself, and make small wins, little by little. And it's always just a slow progress with running, just like most other skills, I feel.
You have to push yourself past that point after you run, and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going to die. You have to get past that point of that, like, is that part of it? When you get past that point, and then you feel that way, you go a little further, a little further, a little further. Is that part of the process, you think?
It definitely is. It's all part of just building that mental strength, like you're saying, and just taking the gas meter a little farther next time, and putting that work in, and it definitely pays off, little by little.
That's great. And then what's your daily diet like?
My daily diet is usually pretty boring, I'll say, but it's very healthy. It's like oatmeal and sweet potatoes, and good carbs, and sometimes pastas, and a lot of protein shakes and protein bars. Definitely a lot of calories through the running and all the activity.
And what do you say to these people that are like so no carb, completely low carbs all the time? Because in running, you do have to have your good carbs. What do you say to people that are just complete keto?
Well, more power to them if they're able to be that strict about it. For a running lifestyle, I don't think it's realistic, because it's just runners just burn so many calories, and they're going to need the carbs, and the keto diet might be able to fight it, but they'll be more comfortable with the real carbs.
How many days do you run? How many days do you take off typically in a week?
Okay, yeah, great question. Probably 3 days on, and 4 days off, and maybe 20 to 30 miles a week, and that definitely changes.
So you are doing like 10 miles a day typically on an average day that you're running?
It could be 10. It could be
wow,
10.
3 days on and
less.
4 days off.
Yeah, not too much, probably on the lighter side compared to, what most might think. And a lot of bike activity and swimming is definitely going to supplement the training. And I love yoga. Yoga is just so great, and it also supplements the training,
That's awesome. And what about your weight training? Do you get a lot of that in there too, or not so much?
I do. Yeah, I go to the gym every morning just about, and a little bit of explosive stuff and powerlifting, but not too much, just enough to keep the strength and maintain the speed at the same time.
That's so incredible. Well, we're rooting for you, and we're going to take a look at all of your upcoming things on Instagram. So is it just November? That's the only one coming up soon?
Well, thank you. November 7th is the one coming up soon, and I appreciate the support.
Thank you for coming on the show today, Justin.
All right. Pleasure being here. Thank you.
Felt right in the moment, felt right in the summertime. It felt right drinking cherry wine with you. Just wanted to own it, just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could. good about you. Now it's such a mess here. Oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you. Now I must confess here. Oh, I must confess, dear. Don't think I'm in love with you. Winter is coming and I don't know what to do. And there's no more use in running, no more running to you. And I don't want your loving, I don't wanna be just friends, knowing all this time we were playing pretend. Playing pretend. Playing pretend. Ooh, playing pretend.
It's a mystery.